Let me go back into the document for a minute, because now they're talking about Karen McDougal, who is not at issue here. The payment to Karen McDougal is not at issue here, but it shows in some ways a pattern. Pecker said Trump said Karen was a nice girl, which suggested to Pecker that Trump knew her, and Pecker believed the story to be true. And Pecker told Trump he should buy the story, but the defendant was reluctant because he felt the story always gets out. Pecker advised Trump to buy the story anyways because it was too risky, so close to the election. They should take the story off the market. They're not talking about jumpstarting Karen McDougal's career. They're trying to protect the campaign. And with all the documents in this case, it's easy to lose sight of this call. They're talking about a flurry of calls, including a 25-minute call, then a 15-minute call from Pecker to Howard to Cohen that they had. He said Trump was overtly discussing purchasing her story to keep it from being published. Trump deputizing Cohen right in front of Pecker so that Pecker knows a go-ahead from Cohen is a go-ahead from Trump. This goes against any claim that Cohen was acting on his own. This call makes it impossible for the defense to claim that Cohen was acting on his own here. And I mean, that is their whole point, right? The defense that Cohen acted alone in paying for this, that he was never even reimbursed, that, in fact, the money was for legitimate legal services that Michael Cohen gave to the president.
We always knew this was going to be the defense's argument. Other people's handwriting is literally all over the exhibits in this case, the crucial exhibits. Your Alan Weisselberg, your Michael Cohen. So the theme always had to be that Michael Cohen was operating rogue. And if Donald Trump had some knowledge on some level, it's not enough to hold him criminally responsible. That's a major theme of the defenses. And I think, arguably, I think anyone would admit, in a prosecution case that has a lot of good things going for it, this is the area that they really need to shore up. And part of that is attributable to Donald Trump's business policy of not creating a paper trail anywhere he goes, of not sending emails, which, by the way, he's right. A lot of people get convicted by saying dumb things on emails, text messages. Social media is a huge one. Donald Trump realized that decades before other people did. And now, because of that, it's created some insulation for him and something the prosecution in this case has to overcome.
I wanted to ask a question a moment ago, and we got a little bit of color from inside the overflow room that gets to the answer, which is it sounds like, or it reads, this argument from Josh Steinglass reads much more understandable. It's more of a narrative. It seems like it's easier to grasp than what Todd Blanche did this morning. And I wonder if it's because I'm just reading it. I wonder if you guys were able to easily follow Todd Blanche this morning. Although Gary Grumbach, one of our reporters in the Overflow this afternoon, says that right about now, when he's going to the Karen McDougal stuff, which is around the time that I started to, I don't want to say glaze over, but it started to get a little cross-eyed this morning in the defense argument, the defense summation. He's saying this is getting a little tedious for mid-afternoon. Steinglass is at least 2 hours ago, if his estimation earlier today is still accurate. The Michael Cohen stuff, the David Pecker stuff, the Stormy Daniels stuff really brings you into the moment. When they get into the Karen McDougal stuff, it does feel one step removed. It does feel like we're getting more into the weeds.
It's more, and I think Josh Steinglass, he can probably sense that. It's important to talk about because it all is that pattern of AMI, David Pecker, doing this for the campaign. You know, catching and killing her story, catching Dino the doorman story. So it's important. He shouldn't belabor it, but it's you don't want, when you sit down as a prosecutor, to think that you did not cross every T and dot every I. You don't want to bore them to death, but you want to make sure that you hit every single piece of evidence that's important.